Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thanks to you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Horizon Christian, where tonight volleyball action here on IndianaSRN. We're into now week 3 of the high school volleyball season. Tonight, the Lions taking on Kings Academy, coming in at 1-2. The Lions coming in at 5-2 on the season. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Also by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? Burtner Electric, providing quality electrical services in central Indiana. Boilermaker 374, we're second to none in quality and performance. Clean Slate, inspired innovation that moves business forward. And by Piper Logistics, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between. It's a Monday night. It's volleyball time. One of the few matchups really in the entire state going on tonight. And we got a good one here. Kings Academy coming in from the Marion area. They're 1-2 on the year. Horizon Christian, since we saw them last time here against Crispus Attucks, starting to really put some good volleyball together to come in at 5-2. Troy Derinkowski, Coach Myers with us again here tonight. We're hoping this evening when we see this Lions team, we'll see an improved team from what we saw, and I think what we have at least witnessed to this point record-wise, they've gotten better.
Yeah, at 5-2, I think they've ran off 3 wins in a row, playing very, very well. Playing now they're playing inside their conference. Kings Academy, one of these teams that are in their conference. Played a very good Attucks team. Took them to 5. Should be a very interesting game tonight. Both coaches have great keys. We'll get to that here in a few minutes, but it should be a good volleyball game. Sit down and enjoy. Like you said, not many games tonight, so we're one of few on a Monday night. Everybody else is playing JV football somewhere in the midst of this.
Yeah, a lot of soccer going on tonight as well. Well, Horizon Christian again at 5-2. We'll get to them here in just a couple of moments. Kings Academy, they're going to come in. They've only played 3 matches so far, but they've got some skilled players, and we're going to see some height on this team. We're going to see some players that, especially when you think about one of those players is the coach's daughter, so you know she knows about volleyball. What do you expect out of Kings Academy?
Well, both teams play the same kind of offense, so we're going to see an identical, almost like a mirror image. For Kings Academy, they just got to give it to their heavy hitters and make sure they deliver at home. Do not create any forced turnovers and get a rhythm going, especially in this place. As we know, this place can get really, really loud real quick.
By the way, Faith Perry at 5'11", she'll be one of those players to watch up front. We'll keep an eye on Emma Quakenbush as well. Quakenbush, the coach's daughter, we'll see her play a lot here tonight and be an integral part of this Kings Academy team. Horizon Christian, we know they've got some pieces. Can they put it all together? Because the last time we were here, they made a lot of mistakes, and it really did cost them. They had a chance to win that match, but the mistakes cost them late.
And I think a lot of that is going into their keys. We'll just start right away. Communication has to be a key for them. Team volleyball. It's been practice. It's been preach. You got to play team volleyball. You got to have the right attitude when you get called on. And if you don't get called on, you don't pout.
Yeah.
You step yourself up to help your teammate. And finally, they want to play for the king. And I kind of like that goal. So in our whole life, that's what we want to do. We are a child of God, so why not play for him? For Kings Academy, they just need to stay focused. Coach said, watching the films of playing them Horizon a couple weeks ago, they have been studying, and they have had practices that you could not talk.
Really?
Yes. And then there was practices that you had to talk. Communication's got to be a key. And they know how this gym gets loud. And then they have to play team volleyball as well, not get themselves down and play very, very well. I think it could be a very good matchup. This could be a regional matchup if both of these teams qualify for the state finals.
Well, and you could certainly set the tone here tonight. It's Horizon Christian Kings Academy coming up in a moment right here on IndianaSRN.
A career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We're ready to go here.
Awesome,
yeah, he did a great job.
Good job.
Both teams will be introduced here in a couple of moments. We'll get this one underway. By the way, we didn't get any polls this week. I don't think they've come out yet for
Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
Yep.
But we've had, but the thing is, you know what's funny about that? We've gotten a football poll today. We've gotten soccer. We've got tennis. Got some golf. I mean, just Monday or Tuesday. So,
Gene, if you're listening, can you send it to me before the end of the show? Maybe we can get it through. I know that Troy can't work in these conditions, so.
Yeah, I've got to have certain things, certain ways. So
how about the atmosphere a little bit? Both of these teams, Kings Academy coming all the way from Marion, driving that great interstate of 69 and the construction that's going on in there. But, good ball game. Horizon plays tonight. They play again Tuesday night. They play again Thursday night, and they play again on Friday night. So it's a very busy week for them.
Well, you know what? Volleyball is crunched into a very short time period. It isn't like baseball and such, and even football over a long period of time. You really got to get as many games in as you possibly can, so that's why it's so quick.
Yeah, it is it's probably, you get, 18 games in about 4.5, 5 weeks. Because in 1st of November, you're already playing state championship.
Yep, sure are.
Yep.
And that's why it's so important to play well early, try to set some momentum. I will be, again, very curious about Horizon Christian. How far did they come since that game against Crispus Attucks right here? They got out to a 9-0 lead. Remember that opening set. And we're all kind of looking at each other thinking, boy, they're going to make this look pretty easy. And then from then on out, it was a battle all the rest of the way.
If I remember right, Vanessa Ellman went 7 and scored 7 straight. Attucks turned the ball over, and then they scored those 2 points again. Real quick, we're very blessed tonight.
Why's that?
The guy that's calling 1 and 2s tonight is probably the second best in the business.
Really?
Yeah. Jerry's number 1.
Okay.
I have to say that. He's my boss.
Yes, yeah.
But Nick is here, and Matthew is here.
I know.
Doing camera. Sticks took the night off.
I know. Well, he's a union guy. So.
That's it.
And I understand that Nick might be getting married sometime soon.
Yeah, we need to give him some advice on game after game 2.
Yeah, we'll do it after game 2. So remind me, Nick. It's important.
Kings Academy's wearing blue and white, light blue. Horizon in her green with gold with the black trim.
I will say one last thing about the whole marriage thing we'll be talking about just briefly, though, is that I want him just to remember when he walks up to the altar, that's his last chance to think about what advice I'm going to give him tonight, and you still have a chance to back out.
We could always play in the Dixie Chicks.
But it'll be advice, as Nick talks in her ear, it'll be advice you will remember for the rest of your life.
All I know is if she's listening today, she's picking up the ring right now.
That's right. A very expensive ring. Kings will be, in fact, where our broadcast area is, right in front of us. We'll get a very good look at everything at this end of the floor, and I know that not only will Nick keep us invested on the other side of the net on some of the calls over there. We can't see really down the line behind the official, who, by the way, mentioned to me that she knows you well. And I said, I'm sorry. So
I hired her 25 years ago.
Did you really?
She came to me and she goes, Coach Myers, how are you? East Lawn Wesleyan, remember? I go, oh, my gosh, she gave me a yellow card.
No kidding.
She did. She gave me a yellow card my first game of the year. Many wins.
You probably got more yellow cards, too. Vanessa Ellman, who got things started last time we were here against Crispus Attucks, will serve first, and we are underway here tonight. And that'll be an attack error there on Kings Academy, 1-0 Horizon.
Best of 5 in varsity.
Well, the one thing you want to do, Keith, and you know this being a coach, is that the one thing you don't want to do is hurt yourself. And a lot of times that's what you see happening. There's a service error. And so we've seen now 2 errors here early. Just want to, on offense, what we didn't see Crispus Attucks do very many times is get on offensive attack, and you can stop a lot of errors by doing that. Serving the other way was Grace Severe.
How about that? Halfway on the little comebacker.
From the attack line, Quakenbush unable to make the return, so 2-1 Horizon here in the opening set.
The other thing here, Troy, too, is you get that momentum, and what we saw with Attucks is all of a sudden they started passing the ball and dominating that front line, and when they started doing that, Horizon didn't have an answer.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, once they got their offense going, they were much better. Horizon back on the attack, just inside the attack line, and the point will go to Maya Gable.
Gable did a nice job. She is a tall girl. She's probably 5'11", 5'10", maybe.
And I believe you were corrected by a very good source. Heck of a serve there the other way.
That's Hathaway. 5'11", Hathaway.
Yeah.
5'11". I just went, Mom wanted to make sure I said that.
Take another look at it right here. That's knuckleball.
Pretty good.
And another one deep. And Kings unable to make any return there. That'll be attack error number 3 already on Kings Academy.
You know, her being left-handed also throws you off a little bit, but her athletic ability definitely comes from her mom.
Yes.
Yeah, her dad.
And Dad's not here, right?
Dad's in California.
Nice return, and the point will go to Kings Academy.
It's nice when Dad's in California because he can't be by us, because last time he was here, he was trying to get on the air, if you know.
Side out Kings. Down 3 here in this opening set. Emma Quakenbush will be serving.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Look at that rotation.
Nothing there on the attack for Horizon. Inside the attack line from the middle, and the point. That'll be Renbarger.
How about her pushing the ball? Look at the location. No one was there to answer the door, and bam, there's a point. There's a makes 5-3.
So -2 side out Kings Academy once again. Quakenbush on the serve, and then went deep middle and gets the point as Olivia Ball had a little indecision there whether to go for it or not.
If it's over your head or over your armpit, do not attack the ball. This ball would have went out.
First receiving error the other way for Horizon Christian. Able to make the return, but it wasn't very clean offensively there for the Lions. And then the point from the middle for Kings.
Horizon might be playing a little deep, Troy. We'll see if they'll adjust to it, but might be playing a little deep. And we got a tie score.
Renbarger getting her second kill of this opening set. The serve went deep middle again. I think they're going to attack that zone a little bit more until they see the Lions can actually handle it. And that'll go wide. Attack error for Horizon Christian, and just like that, Kings Academy leads it by 1.
First time of the night.
Boy, those fast starts for Horizon. You know, they get off to a fast start against Crispus Attucks, could not keep the momentum, and there's an ace the other way for Quakenbush.
How about this? I think this is, 6 in a row for her?
Well, Renbarger's got a couple of kills. Quakenbush, again, it was a 4-point lead at one point. But right now, Horizon ain't able to get their offense going. Can they get a set and a shot going here? And that'll be deep, off the swing. And that'll be in fact, number 2 attack error on Horizon Christian. And right now, Quakenbush having her way. And that's another short attempt there by Gable. And all of a sudden, it's 9-5. Lions need to get the stop right here if they can. Get that ball back, get back on offense. Not a great set, but able to get the point. 9-6. Side out for the Lions. Serving will be Gable. Lions go middle. Big swing there by Selke. And that's going to be long. And
did see what Gable did?
Kings thought it was touched, by the way.
Gable hands up and then dropped him very quickly.
So
now, here we go. Captain goes and talks to the official. Now she's talking to the line judge, and we're going to have a decision. And they're not going to change a thing. No. Okay. I love it when we're here because, no offense, I love it when fans say, oh, there's replay. We get to see everything.
But they won't divulge anything.
No. There's our buddy right there. There you see him.
Yeah.
He's the third official tonight. 3-man rotation. Hey, I got a haircut. Did you notice?
Looks beautiful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Got a real close cut again, I see.
Yes, I did. Oh,
that'll be wide service error number 2 now on HC.
So you get to almost tying it, and then that unforced turnover. And I think the last time we heard it was like 20 plus, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
In fact, we stopped keeping count.
On the serve there, Faith Perry at 5'11", and unable to make the return there again, Horizon Christian.
And if you watch that, it's got to get higher. It can't be at the net. It's got to be higher. Look at this set. That set has to be higher than the net.
Well, that's been an issue for the Lions. The setting has not been where they need it to be. Good dig.
Oh, my.
Kings able to make the return now. What will the Lions do now? Again, the missed play there between Ellman up front and Selke cost them. That's their 5th attack error already tonight. Just a timing issue right there for sure. See, in a short set, there was no communication there in what they really wanted to do. Kings cross-court attack on the return.
There's that set.
Williams. Good play there by Severe. And then hitting it wide up front is Selke.
And what you got to do, though, you cannot really make that kill. Set the ball up, rotate again. You got 3 hits, rotate the ball around, then come back to you.
Biggest lead so far for Kings at 13-8 here in this first set, and then nobody goes and gets it. Yep, they are not talking.
They're not talking
you mentioned
at all.
earlier, the communication issue.
Now this is where Kings need to step up and just, if you don't mind, put the gas pedal to the floor.
Boy, misplaying that one is Alberto. I'll tell you what, right now you're talking about 8 attack errors so far.
And 7 straight points, correct?
Yep. Take another look at that one. Because everybody's slow to the ball right there. And so the Lions are going to have to make that adjustment quickly.
Better hit.
Selke on the return. That one just slipped over the net. That is Layla Shelby.
Got to call a timeout here.
And, got a timeout on the floor. Kings on top of this one, 16-8.
Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Thanks to our officials for tonight's game for their hard work and dedication. Without them, we don't play. Please, if you have to say anything, just say something nice, right?
Yes.
Sportsmanship is everyone's job.
Okay, I have a shout out. Ashley's husband is in the third row eating his 4th bag of popcorn.
Already?
Ashley, hello.
There he is.
I'm glad you're here. There he is. He's very embarrassed, Ashley.
Because he's eating the 4th bag?
No, because she's not here. She's probably at home.
Well, I think he said she was. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Absolutely, no question about that.
Well, Kings right now, 8-point lead. That now is the biggest lead of either team, but then Quakenbush unable to get that one behind the attack line.
But what you need to do now here, you just need to settle. Just don't get that route up. And this is a nice little set here. Maybe if she just came at an angle for that ball.
Yeah. Well, there's, when you think about the enclosed area like this, that'll be a service error on Williams. When you think about an enclosed area that you're looking at and you have 6 players out there, think about how you have to communicate.
It is a very small gymnasium as well. That could throw you off a little bit as well.
Side out, Kings Academy leading at 17-9, and there's another ace.
How about that jump serve? She took off, and she was in the air for a while. Look at this. This is how I used to serve back in the day.
Yeah.
See that vertical?
She jumped higher than you did, though.
Oh, that hurts.
Renbarger gets her 3rd kill already. Back to now a 9-point lead, and there's another set that went nowhere. Right now, Horizon Christian adding up the attack errors in this opening set. They're down by 10. They got a long way to go.
Long way to go.
Oh, how about that one?
How about recovering though?
Wow.
Nice recover.
I'm not sure how that got over. Kings on the return. Lions back on the attack. And the set was again behind Selke. And the point will go to Kings Academy.
Boy, that ball was close. Good call by the line judge. I love our line judge. He just flaps good job.
Very matter of fact, yes. So Kings now with an 11-point lead. Every lead they get from here on out will be the biggest lead by either team. Lions. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that one by Corvell just squeaked to the top of the net.
Corvell, a senior.
Take a look at this. Twink.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we coach that here at Horizon.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
Nice. Look at the rotation of the volleyball. And that's a back row hit. Nice hit.
That's good top spin right there as Selke able to get the point.
Both teams are getting in the rhythm here.
Well, that kind of happened when we hear
against
Christmas
Addicts.
And it was rough early, but both teams kind of settled in after that. Kings on the return, no offensive attack. Here come the Lions. That's a good tip at the net by Shelby, and then they can't get the return. Point will go to the Lions.
And you can't get it all done in once, so just you take your time.
Well, here's where we talk about you get to 20. It's the countdown to 5, so really the pressure on Horizon Christian now to try to sneak back into this thing. And there's a point.
You notice, though, every ball that's come over Horizon now has been past the 10-foot mark, and the back row has to come and get that. And here it comes again. I mean, that's a great serve.
Lions have squeezed to within 7. Middle set. Good swing there by Selke. Inside the attack line with the left hand Severe. Once again, Kings Academy having to make the return. Outside left, cross-court attack. Defended well by Kings Academy.
Again, Corvell's doing a great job keeping that ball away from the hitters. Nice.
That's an almost excellent play there by Alberto. To take the handout, it's number 18, actually, Olivia Ball.
Yeah, Ball did. Look at it. Stretch maybe another foot. She got that ball.
That's going to be a service error on Kipfer. That'll be, in fact, their first service error unofficially tonight.
Almost hit the referee.
Yeah.
She would not like that.
Lead at 7, side out Selke here for the Lions.
Nice.
Boy, you love those that just barely clear the net. A nice play at the net by Maya Gable. And we're going to get a timeout as Horizon making a little run here. They trail it by 6.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Back here once again at Horizon Christian, the Lions making a run as they'll get another point. All of a sudden, that lead down to 5.
Yeah, push 5 here. You know, you get to 20 and we're there.
Yeah.
You got to finish it, though.
Another good serve, deep, near side corner. Good joust almost there at the net. And the return for the Lions.
Oh, that was 4 hits.
And a little bit of a late call, but they're going to get Horizon on the 4 hits. Hey, what's one more? I mean,
Well, what's very interesting is everybody yelling forward. The referee goes, yeah, you're right.
Okay, that sounds good, yeah. Side out, Kings Academy. Back to a 6-point lead. And that'll be their second service error. Layla Shelby unable to get the point going there for Kings Academy. 3 service errors so far for the Lions, 2 now for Kings Academy. -5 in the serve now for the Lions. I think we'll have a substitution here.
Ellman comes back in.
Yep.
Now she has been known to do about 6 or 7 straight here. See what she can do here. Want to say hello to her grandma and grandpa, Bill Ludlow and Jackie Ludlow, watching at home.
Why is not Bill here tonight?
Not feeling good.
Okay. Well, that's excusable.
Yeah.
Of course, we were waiting for him to run up and down the sidelines last time here and take his shirt off. I think he had lines
he had something
painted on his chest.
Yeah.
How about Williams at the net?
Look at the rotation here. Horizon, for the first time that I recognize, everybody rotated back and everything was covered, and Kings didn't know what to do with the ball. Look at the rotation. See where the players are? That's excellent volleyball right there.
-4 serving, and that'll be a service error. That's number 4 now on the Lions. Can Kings Academy
they need
wrap
a push
this up
too here?
Grace Sevier will be serving now for Kings Academy. Lead is at 5, and there's the start as Olsen unable to handle that one in that back zone. First ace tonight for Sevier. And you are now at set point. And by the way, left-handed too.
Yes, sir. And
Talk
that's
about that. Yep. 2 aces in a row for the left-hander, Grace Sevier. And despite the little run there by Horizon Christian, Kings Academy wins this first set. They lead it 1-0.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Hey, tonight's matchup is brought to you in part by Tam's Sweet and Savory Cafe. Of course, Keith hasn't taken us there in a while. Great food for breakfast or lunch. They have delicious baked goods. You can check out their daily specials. They're open 8 to 2 Tuesday through Sunday, located at 6427 Oaklandon Road.
Yep, Sloppy Joe's.
Yep, pickles.
Extra mayonnaise.
All right, what's the story here for Kings?
Well, I walked in and Coach was there. Quickenbush was there, and I said, Coach, hey, Keith Myers, IndianaSRN. She goes, we're not on TV tonight, are we? I said, well, yeah, you're on TV. She goes, really? Don't tell my girls. So her and her sister had some system they was going to tell them until they came in. So they played pretty well.
Well, I'll tell you what, Horizon got out to the fast start. Kings comes back. They take the lead, and they just kind of methodically built that lead, and then Horizon starts to make another run, and then Kings able to finish it off strong. And, you look for teams to survive those runs by other teams, and that's what Kings Academy did in that first set. But let's talk a little bit about Horizon. They made some mistakes, a lot of attack errors, unable to get the return, especially in the middle of that set. They just didn't seem. You mentioned the rotation wasn't there. When they got the rotation, it was pretty good, but they've got to really keep themselves in the second set.
Well, I can't do the flip like they just did, but I tell you what, if they play as well as this game as they did at this one, this game could be over very quickly. Horizon needs to develop a rhythm to play better than what they did.
You can't. Can you show us that you can't flip like them? I mean, we'd love to see it. We can get a camera shot of you right now.
No. Yeah, I did. Our producer just reminds me when I fell down the stairs at Tech, and no one came to pick me up.
No.
Okay. And in fact, one guy looked at me and go, "You okay?"
You okay?
I said, "Yeah." You need some help? No, I think I got it. Hey, high school football is among us, and Friday night we have a lot of games for you. We got 4 big games for you. How about this one? Evans Memorial, Evansville Central, Roncalli Chittard, Covenant Christian, Cecina, and Guerin Catholic and Heritage Christian. High school football right here on IndianaSRN. I think we work together all weekend long.
Yeah, we
got
do.
college too, don't we?
Yeah, we do. You and I are together a lot this
carry
week.
Both of them.
I know.
That's
why you stick. That's why I'm with you. We have that game right there.
Right there.
That's going to be a fun one.
Should be.
In fact, a lot of those teams, if you looked at them, they're all in the top 10 in the coaches poll this week. There is what we talked about for the Lions right there. Unable to get their offense going. The set wasn't where they needed to be.
And if you're the setter, you got to let them know, hey, here I am. set me.
Yeah.
You know, it seems easy. It's so difficult to do.
Side out once again for Sevier, who, by the way, finished off that first set with 2 straight aces. Kings on the return. That one clipped the top of the net. We have seen that 3 times already tonight. Boy, not a bad effort by Gable, but she got to get a little lift right there.
Little lift. Yep. Quick start. What do you think was in the huddle, Kings? Hey, communication works, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what she was practicing all week.
I mean, I think you keep doing what got you here, as they say, and there's another error on Horizon Christian. I think, like you said earlier, I mean, if I think Kings Academy can get a big lead here, I think they feel pretty good about this one. Because Horizon has not shown yet tonight, other than late in that set, as that's a kill by Maya Gable, is that you got to come strong each and every point.
Well, Grace Sevier has done a nice job being left-handed serving, got that lead.
Well, here's Elman, who's been a key for the Lions this season. But, you know, that's one thing that you want a player like Elman not to do, and that's the 5th service error.
Seemed like she rushed that one a little bit. You got 5 seconds. Take your time. Here's a server for you.
Quakenbush on the serve, but that one is
jinxed her.
Yeah, good job, Keith.
Send your hate mail to coach at IndianaSRN. It's okay.
Boy, we think, well, what's the big deal? You had a service error, but I kind of relate it if you want to talk about other sports. Football, you throw an interception or you fumble. You give the other team another chance to score. Basketball, you turn it over. I think you got to really treat those serves like gold, because you really just want to put it in play. Side out now for Lizzie Clutter. And that's going to be wide. That's number 6 now on Horizon. Now, if you want to go, compare apples to apples, you have 6 on one side, 3 on the other. So actually, if you're Kings Academy, you're +3. If you're the other side, you're -3.
And that's why you have one game underneath your win belt, and you are up by 3 points right now.
There is some question here. I'm not sure what the floor official was talking with the bench there for the Lions, as Faith Perry on the serve. Quakenbush, nice job. And then the return. Lions able to get it back, but they hit it a little bit too long on Covell.
You know, this is a mental game, Troy, as you well know. And sometimes you just get in that fix where you just lose it.
Well, now a 4-point lead for Kings Academy, and then Quakenbush unable to get to it. Covell coming back with the kill.
And that time she lessened the hit, but she followed through and snapped her elbow. Look at this. Look at the snap, right? That was much better than the last time.
Olivia Ball on the serve, and she sent that one to Marion, I think. That was really long. That's number 7.
If you could stay like this in the game, I would be okay with this.
Yeah. Middle back on the serve, that time by Renbarger.
Bring it up high.
Wisely, again, nothing there, so you just make the return. How about that hit from the middle by Gable?
No, that was Selke. Yep.
Yep, number 3, not number 7. That's her 3rd kill. She timed this one just perfectly, too.
Look at this. Nice slow-mo.
Woo, look at that.
That's our guy in 1-2. No wonder he works for the big times.
I know.
Nick Jones, I think is his name.
Nick Jones. Kings back on the return. They still lead it by 3 here in the second set. In the lineup now is Caden Marshall for the Lions, and another point for Horizon Christian.
I got to tell you, though, when Caden is in that front row, she's another person that you got to be aware of, because she can do a lot of things in that front row. Plays very, very well.
I think the Lions at some point here need to get Williams a little more involved in the offense. And another point there for Horizon. So here's that little run they're starting to make. And you see that serve Mishandled on the front row there by Kipfer.
Rotation of the ball was a little bit different there.
And all of a sudden the lead down to 1. Well, that was near the sideline. Looked like Renbarger either looked down on the floor or a little bit too far away from the ball, but another timeout by Kings Academy. We're tied at 7.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Well, the Lions making a nice comeback. They've tied it at 7 here in the second set. And another good serve. Renbarger played it well in that back middle. Lions back on the attack to the outside.
There it is.
Nice swing by Marshall. Kings try to make the return, and they can't. All of a sudden, Lions lead it by 1.
Tell you what, Marshall brings some type of either confidence or something, because the team just seems to play a little bit different when she's on the floor.
And you see Kings unable to make the return. So now Horizon leading it by 1. Kings have not had a really good offensive possession in quite a while. Williams able to clip the top of the net. We just talked about Williams a couple of moments ago. That is her first of the night.
She made an impact in that Addicts game.
Yeah.
And I think you're right. If they get her into motion of this game, she could be a factor.
I think the one thing for her, Quakenbush, a little indecision whether to play it or not. The point will go to the Lions.
The interesting thing, it hit off the backboard and the whistle blew soon. That's an invalid whistle because you can play it off that backboard. No, you can't because it's out of bounds. Well, that makes sense. Okay.
There's an ace. How about that one?
Who is that serving?
That is
Covell?
Tatum Covell.
Wow. Must have had some Wheaties for lunch or supper.
All of a sudden, it's a 4-point lead. Guess what? There's another one. Faith Perry unable to handle it.
You know, Covell, again, takes her athletic ability from her mom because her dad's doing the line judge, so you know what he can do, but her mom, very good athlete.
Dads get no credit from you, do they?
No.
5-point lead. Lions look a whole different right now than they did in that first set. That's going to be deep and in. That'll stop the run.
You know, dads overcoach. We overcoach. We overthink things.
True.
Especially with our daughters, because we want our daughters to be really successful. That's a nice serve. That's a nice ball.
Yeah, that's Kipfer right there for Kings. And then another service error. That's number 4 now in Kings Academy. Boy, it just seems like now we've kind of reversed roles here, haven't we?
Doesn't it?
I think if you're a coach, you just want consistency. And you certainly want a consistency on the good side, but you just want to play good, consistent volleyball. Nice dig almost that time by Kipfer.
And now you're almost in that danger zone. You know, 14 to 20.
That, by the way, Alberto, and then she comes back after that nice serve. That's the 8th service error. Right now, Kings Academy a +4 in that category. So side out for Kings Academy. We had seen them in that opening set go on some pretty good runs. See if they can do it again. That was Shelby on the serve. Williams the tip. Good swing there by Selke. Joust at the net. Williams almost got the point.
Calling for the ball.
Back set right, and it's going to go to Kings Academy. Got us a double hit there. Now it's down to 4.
Look at Shelby's feet here on this serve. Just walks through that. Nice hard hit.
Boy, quick release back there by Achenbach. Lily Achenbach in the lineup now for Horizon.
Horizon does play a lot of folks. Selke now.
I've got him already for 13 different players that have played for Horizon. That is now the 9th service error for the Lions. Side out here for Grace Sevier. And we've got another change as this time for Kings Academy. Shelby will come out of the lineup, and coming in will be Kai Stuckey. Stuckey will play that middle. Good left-hand serve.
You heard that from here.
Oh, my. That is her 3rd ace already for Sevier. And again, you talk about the spin, how it's so much different. Even receivers will tell you left-handed quarterback's a whole lot different than a right-handed quarterback.
Yep.
And that's just got knuckleball written all over that one. Outside left for Williams.
Oh,
nice swing there by Clutter, but the point on the dig by Grace Sevier.
She's made a big difference in this ballgame.
Yeah.
And she's feeling it right now.
And not only the chance to get points here on the serve, but coming up and playing near that attack line too. That's going to be wide. And another point for Kings Academy. And the lead down to 1. Well, how many times you see a player get on a roll serving, everything just kind of falls into place, and that's going to be misplayed by Stuckey.
Right idea, though.
Back to 2.
Here comes back Elman.
And Elman will be serving. She'd had a service error her last time. We talked about how well she served when they played Crispus Attucks. Well, like we have seen so many times, how momentum just swings back and forth in the game of volleyball. It might be the one game that I see the most where it just goes over and back and over and back. Misplayed there by Sevier. Point will go to the Lions.
Because it's such a mental game.
Yeah.
Because you get middly high, and then all of a sudden you make 2 or 3 mistakes, and all of a sudden you're searching to do anything. It forces you to do some things you don't want to do as well.
Lead
There's
back
a nice
to 3.
rotation.
By the way, that was Maya Gable who made that nice play. Lions on the return. From behind the attack line, nothing there for Kings Academy. Lions back on the attack. One step inside the attack line for Renbarger. Had a great swing on that one, and then misplayed on the near side. And the point will go to Kings Academy.
I tell you what, a couple of those hits, you're saving your face. Look at that hit. Nice comeback.
Good serve there by Quakenbush. And a whistle. That'll be, I believe, a net violation against the Lions. May have gotten number 7, Maya Gable. Quakenbush again on the serve. Now, she's had a couple of those tonight. I'm sure that Mom, the head coach, isn't going to like that too much. So we're back to a 2-point lead.
And we're looking for more subs.
Now you see Marshall is in, and now you see...
Well, that front row, 5'10", 5'11", and 5'7", should do something with it.
That's in. How about that? That'll be an ace. As Yasmin Servin in the lineup now for Horizon. I mean, look at this. You couldn't have gone in there and placed that any better. Quakenbush had to let it go. She wasn't sure it was going to be in or not. And the point will go to the Lions. Misplayed there by Perry.
That ball was coming in your neighborhood. Oh, living room. Got a substitution.
Looks like Stuckey is coming out of the lineup. So the Kings make a change on that back row as Shelby is back in. Lead is at 4. 2 players converge, and that's Renbarger making the play. Good job there by Gable to get it back. Renbarger.
Oh, nice job. Oh, you should have called that ball. Right idea, right at the net, just couldn't get it done.
Side out, Kings Academy, take another look at it. Nearly a violation there on Perry on that serve. Nice swing at the net. Lions able to survive. Middle set, deep middle on the return there for Kipfer. Kings Academy back on offense, nothing. Good volley back and forth. In the middle, and the point will go to Gable.
Also had Marshall on the wing waiting for a pass as well. They're 4 away. Got to push 4.
Horizon wins it. We're guaranteed 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know me. I'm the announcer who gets most of the 5 setters.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Olivia Ball. Whistle, and the point will go to... That might have been one of those violations on the serve where she stepped over the line. And they'll get an explanation. You see the captain right there talking with the head official. And we saw that a few times in the JV game. That's a little bit different, but I think she might have stepped over.
I think she stepped right on the line before she made contact.
Yep.
Now the captain will go talk to the coach. Let's watch that one. Yeah.
It was close.
It was called right away.
I think we should have the official come over and look at the monitor.
Monitor?
Yeah.
No, we don't need that. We're going to probably get that next year in football.
Probably. Side out for Kings, and there's an ace. Renbarger.
There's the lack of communication right there.
Yep. -2, side out, Kings Academy. Take another look at it. Great serve. There's another one. Kings inside the attack line with the left hand. Grace Severe, and that's going to be just inside the line. So now the lead at 3. We'll see Williams come back in. She'll play that upper left. Covell on the serve. That one clipping the net, and it will go out.
If it hits the tape, it's good.
Lead at 4.
Oh, my.
That's right on the line. Yep.
Great shot by our camera guy.
We're going to get a really good look at it right. Oh, that was close. Good thing they can't look at it again, huh? Williams, deep middle. We're at set point. Can the Lions wrap it up here? Will Kings Academy make a late run?
Williams.
Up. That'll be 4. We're going to hide that if it comes down to 1, okay? Probably the glare would be my guess.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Side out Kings Academy. Well, you win some, you lose some, and that's why you play some at home. Still set point here for the Lions. Joust at the net, and it'll be won by Selke. And the second set will go to Horizon. We're tied at 1 apiece.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
What are you doing?
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Okay, welcome back to Horizon Christian on the northeast side of Indianapolis.
Very good, Howard.
On Indian Lake Road. Willard Mission, the thrift store, bargain hunters, treasure seekers. We have a place for you. Visit our store on 8640 East 96th Street in Fishers, Indiana. That's where Deb and I go.
Is it?
To get our deals.
Okay.
Willard Mission Thrift Store. Thank to them for allowing us to do our mission. It's Willard Mission Thrift Store.
Wheeler Mission or Wheeler?
Wheeler.
Wheeler.
I tried my best. We have folks in up in Jonesboro, where Kings Academy is, up in Marion watching. I think I have somebody in probably Florida watching.
Is your wife gone again?
No.
Oh.
No, she was ready to come tonight.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she was, like mine was.
Yeah. Oh, they were going to come?
Oh, yeah.
One of the things she asked was, are we going to Aspen Creek after the game? I said, well, if it goes 5, it's going to be a little bit after 9.
Well, and you should have said, yeah, Troy's here. It's guaranteed to go 5.
Yeah, well, she already knows that.
We have calculated that 98% of the matches I do go 5. So, isn't that weird?
Yeah. Why do I schedule?
Why do you?
I don't know.
Yeah,
and I will tell you, every single time we're at Heritage Christian, there's a lightning delay with Troy as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So we go to Theory. What do you think here?
Well, I'll tell you what we saw in the first set, Horizon got up to a quick start, and yet they lose. The Kings got off to a better start. In the second set, they lose. So I'm not sure what to expect now.
We do go to best of 5, though, folks.
Yes.
We'll tell you that.
So we'll be side out Lions here in the third set. Last time we were here, we went 5 between Horizon and Crispus Attucks. Right on the sideline, a gutsy call there. That'll be an ace.
I tell you what, that's a tough call on that side of the court with the bench right there to you. That hit the line, it looks like. And Coach nodded her head.
Well, I never argue against the officials. So,
of course you don't. Rotate.
Trying to make the return there, Quickenbush. And then misplayed it on the side, 2-0 Horizon.
I tell you what, Gable held up on that because I think she was going to go attack, and they did a right job of just rotating and setting that. This is Elman. No,
it's Achenbach.
Achenbach.
That's going to be wide. That is the 10th service error now by Horizon Christian.
Lily, sorry. I owe you an apology.
Okay, let's just keep play going here. Side out here for Sevier. Oh my, Sevier tried to reach and get that one off the swing by Williams.
A little bit off bounce there. Pace has kind of slowed down a little bit here in the third set. Lefties back into the game.
This is Alberto. And Alberto able to get the point. Tell you what, she's actually played well.
She has. Tell you what, Sevier was going to make a dive and then realize that there's a bleacher right here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's going to be long. That's 11. So right now, Kings Academy a +6 in that category. Side out here for Quakenbush. I think it's the TV.
It's the toss. It's the TV. Yeah, blame IndianaSRN. Go ahead. What else can we do?
Well, because now you know it's on tape and you can't get rid of it. See, it's there forever. 5-2. That one clipping the top of the net. Kings Academy did a nice job regaining their focus. That's Williams on the runner. And then unable to make the play is Quakenbush right in front of Sevier. Side out here for Gable. It is now a 4-point lead for the Lions. Good play at the net by Perry. Oh, man, how about that swing by Selke?
You see the difference, though, height of the ball, though?
Yeah.
Troy, the height of the ball is a lot better.
Watch this.
Look at this. Nice.
Really didn't even have to really jump that high. As there's another service error. Boy, if they can clean that up. Side out, Kings Academy. This is Faith Perry. Good shot right in front of us. Well, those are tough serves down the line. That's Williams. Quick push. Alberto there to make the adjustment, get back into position. Williams, big time swing, and the kill.
The swing is pretty good there.
See, when she's on that side, she's tough to beat. Sometimes she ends up not jumping in the timing department very well, but when she's on, gets a good swing.
This is Elman, correct?
This is Elman.
Okay.
+5 now for the Lions here in the third set. We're tied at 1. Sometimes I think we're playing golf and they're about ready to putt up uphill or something. Everybody got really quiet.
Yep.
I'd rather them make noise.
Definitely.
Great play.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, that was Alberto there that made that play possible.
She went all out on that one. That's pretty impressive.
Might have surprised herself. Watch this.
I mean,
we've got a timeout on the floor. Horizon leads it by 6.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Okay, we're back. 9-3 Horizon with did you see the look I just got from Keith Myers? I'm talking to the producer, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. If you would like to see more volleyball on IndianaSRN, here's all you have to do, Troy.
This is it.
Contact us at coach.
That's it.
At IndianaSRN.org. That's it.
And you'll take care of them.
I'll take care of them.
After the timeout, 9-3 lead here for the Lions. And that'll be the 13th service error by Horizon Christian. Side out, Renbarger. Renbarger 3 kills and an ace unofficially so far tonight. Pretty good jump serve there. How about the Lions? Wow. Able to keep it alive. Set to the outside, was not on the mark.
No.
And the middle set and the swing, and Selke does it again.
I said that out loud. That was my coaching.
No. Yes. Hathaway will serve. +6. That would have been very close, but Renbarger plays it. Cross-court attack. That's going to be wide. Covell didn't miss it by much.
Nope.
Taking another look at this one, you can see Covell step to the outside.
Just went a little wide.
You know, she doesn't have a whole lot of room, though, to work on this sideline. Like you said, I mean, you're probably talking maybe, 10 feet?
Maybe.
From the line to the bleachers, so it's not like you can go way outside. Side out again for Kings Academy. That was Kipfer on the serve. You know, the Kings Academy squad has not really put together much of an offensive attack lately. That's in. How about that swing by Selke?
It's the unforced turnovers that Horizon have kept them in the ballgame here.
Yeah, you're talking about the 13 service errors. They've had several attack errors, speaking of Horizon, and yet they're still winning. 11-5. The Kings, when it almost looked like what we saw against Crispus Attucks. There's another one. Crispus Attucks could not put together a real solid, consistent offensive attack, and that's what made that a 5-setter. And this Kings Academy squad did put together a solid attack on offense in that first set, but since then, they have not looked the same. That is number 7 now on Kings Academy. Williams back in now for Horizon.
I would go medium deep here.
Well, we'll find out if that's going to be the zone. And they went back on it. They were expecting that. Quakenbush on the return. Lions back on offense. Williams to the outside. And then able to hit it deep enough to get the point. That looked like Ryan Iyer.
Mm-hmm. And guess who's coming up to serve?
Well, Severe has been effective tonight with the left hand once again. Unable to get it past Alberto in that middle. And that'll be an outside swing there by Clutter, just a little bit too long.
I tell you what, in this gym, your head better be on a swivel.
Yeah.
Because that ball's coming pretty quick.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room on the sides. There's not a whole lot of room on the end lines either. So you really have to adjust your hitting in this gymnasium. How about that lift, but a little bit too much. Renbarger actually got up there pretty high. Back in the lineup will be Yasmin Servin.
Hathaway in the front row.
Lead is at 5 now for the Lions. And we'll have a mulligan here. See, right now, Kings, when you watch them, they're 3 and done. I mean, they go 3 and then send it back. They just haven't been able to set up much offense. That's from the attack line. And Sevier got a swing on it. Here's Williams over the top. And the point will go to Kings Academy. Wasn't pretty, but they're able to get it back.
Keep the ball in play. Good things are going to happen to you.
Here is Emma Quakenbush. They have not gone on a really, really big run since that first set. No, neither one. But that first set, Kings able to build a big lead and then held on to win it 25-18.
Wow. That from the back row.
Inside the attack line, the swing by Renbarger, and unable to make the return.
I was surprised she even got to the ball.
Great effort. Well, I'll tell you what. You look at Berto, and then you look at Servin, who just did that last dig, did a great job.
And this team of Horizon is very young.
Yes.
They have a few seniors, but mostly really sophomore, junior led.
14-10, side out. On the serve is Gable. See, there again, there was no offense for Kings Academy. They just sent it back. That'll be long. I think right now, Kings Academy, they need to keep it on offense, get something set to the outside. Try to get something on offense. They don't need to as long as Faith Perry can do that, huh?
Yep.
That's first one for Faith Perry. Take another look at it right here. And a little miscommunication on the other side. 2 in a row. That one clipping the top of the net.
The tape is your friend.
That's now 7 aces tonight for Kings Academy. And all of a sudden it's a 1-point lead for the Lions. And they misplay that one.
Somebody needs to wake up.
Soon. All of a sudden, we're tied at 14.
They got the momentum, don't they?
Yep. Well, we mentioned momentum. He'll change sides a lot. Williams, powerful swing. But another one goes long, and then just like that, Kings Academy leads it by 1.
Now you count them down to 10.
Yep.
It's a race to 10.
But all you want to do now is you look at Perry's serve is just let the Lions make the mistakes here. Joust at the net. Williams wins it.
Tell you what, they needed that one.
Boy, didn't they.
And more
change.
substitution going.
Yeah, we'll see that a lot with the Lions. Looks like Covell is back in. Also returning, as you see, Elman will serve. It looked like Yasmin Servin is back in the lineup for the Lions as well, tied at 15. Kings Academy again on their return. Middle set, big swing, and the point. That'll be Selke.
That's
what a
her
night
second.
she's having.
Yeah, that's a nice little attack.
Have her for 7 kills tonight.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Lions lead it by 1. Quakenbush made the return deep. Oh, and that time, Selke unable to get any elevation on it.
Ball's got to be a little bit higher.
So now tied at 16, side out Kings Academy. Good serve. That's going to be Renbarger. second ace now for Renbarger.
I think she felt that one. Survey into court.
Well, a lot of times you get in a rhythm, and it's kind of like being in that zone. You know, you're serving so well, you just want to keep doing it.
It's like you're hitting that golf shot.
Yeah. Boy, misplaying at the net. Point will go to the Lions. That was Shelby. So right now we are tied at 17. You see Lizzie Clutter coming back in. I think they missed the high five there, though.
I think they're having a good time, though.
Here's Alberto.
No.
Kings Academy making the return. Here come the Lions again in the middle. Good swing by Selke. Defended well by Kings Academy. Severe able to play right at that attack line. A cross-court attack, good. There's Covell.
She's done that very, very well. There's a couple she's missed, but when she's on target, she takes her time. The approach looks a little bit better.
Third kill now for Covell. Lead back to 1. And there's an ace. Good job by Alberto. That is her third. Horizon trying to be the first one to 20. It's not going to happen there. That is number 15 now in the service air department for Horizon Christian. Side out, Kings Academy. They'll go deep middle on that serve. And no return. The point as Kipfer ties it at 19. Outside left. Boy, nobody there to get it again. Shelby.
No speech, no communication.
And you didn't hear anything either.
No.
We're right down here on the floor. Watch this. Right in the middle. Whoop. Boy, somebody's got to go get that.
Yep.
Lions back on offense. There you go, right inside the line. You know, if it's down to the decision making, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah.
Especially in a game like this close. I've got to go for it. And you got to know where you are on the floor.
And now she's reset herself back farther deep.
Yep. Do we have another rotation error? I think it's what they had the last time. We thought maybe it was a line violation, but we were told earlier that it was a rotation. You see the head linesman right there talking with the captain for Horizon Christian, and
yeah,
I think it is.
She's not talking to the ladder. She's actually talking to a human being.
Yes.
There
yes.
she is.
Yeah, there was a rotation issue. I think he said, I didn't think it was Achenbach. I thought she said number 11, but I didn't think Achenbach was in the lineup. But maybe she was.
Well, if we can go back, Nick, if we can go back and see that rotation, if we have that. Okay. No problem. I think that's what it been. It might have been Cavell could have covered her up. See where she's standing now?
Yeah.
If she's a little bit over to the left, then that is out of rotation.
Okay. So, 1 point lead for the Lions. Kings Academy on their return once again. What do the Lions have in store? Outside left. Good job there by Shelby. Boy, attempt there by Shelby coming up short.
Yeah, you can't overlap a line. So.
Yep. makes sense. Side out Lions, trying to go up 2-1.
That's why I always told you to stay still.
Yeah, don't move. It's
don't
better.
Move. It's better. That's out.
Yep. That is 16 now. You know, I was watching Kipfer. I like what she did. She knew where her back foot was and could gauge where that ball was going. See, she did it again right there.
And put her hands straight down.
So here's Severe on the serve. It's anybody's game right now, but how about that shot by Lizzie Clutter? Timeout here by Kings Academy, 23-21 Horizon.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Burtner Electric Incorporated is fully licensed and bonded electrical contractor for your protection. Our electricians are available 24/7 for service calls and specialize in electrical service and storm damage repair. For more information, give us a call today.
Hey, tonight's matchup brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. Learn how we can hire you. Contact them tomorrow, not tonight. 219-845-1065. International Brotherhood of Boilermakers, Iron Shipbuilders, Blacksmiths, and Helpers.
Talked to them last week. Very happy to be part of the family of IndianaSRN.
I'd just like to be an iron shipbuilder. I bet those are heavy.
I think that would be kind of cool. But I can't weld. I would probably weld things shut.
Yeah, or weld open a hole.
Yeah. You know
Ship
me.
and sink in a minute. 23-21. Middle set. Quakenbush able to push that one across.
Two players on the floor. Ball landed right in the middle.
Yep.
This is coming down to the last few points.
Which means we might see some free volleyball here in the third set. Quakenbush. Better serve this time. She has struggled a little bit tonight in the service department. That might be her best of the night. Clutter's coming out. Alberto is back in, I believe. Yep, that's going to be Yasmin serving on that middle back. And they went right after her. Williams, cross court, yes.
My goodness. How many is that for her?
4. She got up to a little bit of a slow start.
Tonight, though. This game?
4 tonight.
Tonight, okay. Well, you're down to 1. You can't afford making a mistake here.
Nope. Set point, chance for Horizon to go up 2-1. Well, I like that serve. Wow. That was as perfect of a serve as you could get, and that's going to do it for the third set. Nice way to finish it off as Horizon now leads it 2-1.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Hey, tonight's matchup brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Locations in Indianapolis, Zionsville, Anderson, Columbus, and Lafayette. If you need more information, you can give them a call at 317-472-7600. And our crack sideline reporter, Keith Myers, went over and talked to the head official. What do you have?
They've been overlapping, and what that means that the back row left, if she takes a step to her left and the server serves the ball, then she's overlapped that area. So you got to stay put until the ball is hit, then you can make the move.
So why don't we just put a bunch of squares out there, and you got to stand in that square until.
Okay, you're gonna make fun of me, but back in my coaching day,
I bet you did.
I put circles.
Oh, circles
on the floor and say, okay, here's where you stand until that ball gets hit, then you move.
Okay.
And we used to play twister with that, with the ball.
Twister. Really?
Well, the whole idea was that you twist to get to the place where you need to be.
Very good. And that was on top of putting the line across the
rubber band line.
Yep,
across
the
antenna.
middle.
Yep,
you got
exactly.
hit between them.
You should have saw me back in my coaching day.
I
had hair. We won games.
Really?
And
well, those are claims we can't substantiate.
Oh my goodness!
Side out, Kings Academy, and it is in. That is Grace Severe. Do you have any tape on any of that we could see, or
Mrs. Myers probably has some old film?
I
know. There's an old film of me that I don't want people to see, but
really?
I'm sure. Oh yeah, I was doofy.
Put that on the Facebook. Another nice serve by Severe, and it's quickly 2-0.
God changed my life, and I'm glad He did.
Well, the one that is still a little bit debatable is the hair. We aren't sure you had any, so that's kind of like finding Bigfoot. Return there for the Lions. Hey, how about that? See, that's what I've been talking about for Kings Academy. Try to set up something offensively, and you got Renbarger with a kill.
You got a 3-0 lead here now. You just put the gas on.
See, they haven't done this very much.
No. In fact, game 2, they struggled to get that done.
Another good serve by Severe. Here we go.
Is this a point where you feel comfortable with your Horizon because you feel comfortable that you won?
You know what, and I told our producer Nick that you just kind of, do you come out, are you going to be flat? I mean, you've won that last set, and then you just don't have that same emotion. It happens to a lot of teams in a lot of different sports. It's not over yet.
That hit the ceiling.
It did. You literally got to play like you're down, and there's another big point for Kings Academy. I like the way they've come out.
The momentum. She said something to them. That hit the ceiling, which is good because it hit it on Horizon, hit the ceiling on their hit.
Well, that last point by Renbarger. He's had a solid night. That time misplayed on the outside, but good run there by Kings Academy.
Now you need to settle down here.
Side out, Vanessa Ellman.
And they're playing with a little bit more intensity this game as well.
Yeah,
that means Kings Academy.
Yep, they came out a little stronger.
Yes.
And there's a receiving error on Shelby.
I love it. The assistant coach over the bench hit it and go, I didn't do nothing. Hey, we hit that ball.
Well,
bro.
maybe they wouldn't notice, you know.
Yeah, these guys are pretty good, these officials.
The lead still at 3 here for Kings Academy. Good attack on the outside once again by Renbarger. How about that middle? Selke again. Selke's had a solid night. Covell's had a solid night. When you talk about two players that have had the majority of the kills and the assists. On the other side, Severe's had a good night. Renbarger's had a solid night as well. But Horizon trying to pick up the win, a conference win. Nothing there for Kings Academy.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a heck of a play again by Olivia Ball in that back middle. We have probably seen Horizon go to the floor more tonight than we did against Crispus Attucks.
And now they jump right back down by just one. This was a long volley.
See, that's back to the same thing where Renbarger there's a one that clips the top of the net, but you've got to make the return. Let the other team make the mistakes. Don't you make the unforced error.
The first thing about hitting that tape, the frustrating thing is you have no idea where that ball's going to go.
No.
Just no clue.
Boy,
they ran off some points here.
That's Shell being unable to play that one deep middle.
Okay, now they changed their back row attack here.
Yep.
2 up by the free throw line extended.
And they take Shelby deep, but there is the 17th service error tonight on Horizon.
Much better than 28 or 29 of the last time.
Well, we still might have another set to go here, so.
Thank you.
But you're right.
George, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Side out here for Quakenbush. What time do you get up in the morning?
Yeah. Right.
Pretty early. And that'll be number 9 now on Kings Academy.
I'm on the air at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. It's a 5:20 start.
Back in the lineup here is Hathaway. Give the lines a little bit of size up front. Boy, what a line drive serve on that one, huh?
See what Hathaway did that time, though? Saw that ball was coming, jumped up in the air. The Kings Academy had no idea where that ball is. Did a nice job. I like how Hathaway plays this game.
There's a service error, so that continues to add up. That's number 18. Side out of here for Faith Perry. We'll have a change as well as Shelby coming out of the lineup. And by the way, it was Faith Perry who got them on that run in set number 3 before they eventually lost it 25-23.
Push.
Boy, nobody there.
That's a front. Got to be the front row, back row. Someone has to communicate there. You look at the keys. Both teams said it was very important that they communicate. I would give them probably a C-. Both teams a C- on communication tonight.
Yeah, other times they kind of look at each other like, I thought you were going to get that, and I'd rather have somebody be aggressive and go after it. That ball misplayed there by Faith Perry in a collision right in front of the bench.
Now, if you're Horizons here, just extend this.
Yes. Yeah, really put the pressure back on Kings Academy if you can, and you can build that lead. You can kind of play even with them the rest of the way. See it here. Now Kings back to that again. They're just unable to set up any offensive attack. I have them for 20 attack errors here tonight, just unable to really do anything with it. Selke once again. See, and there's again, they're just that back row, not sure who's going to go get it, and that's why Kings Academy needs another timeout. Right now, Horizon leads it by 5.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Jalen Posey goes without any hospitality. He gives us name tags today.
By the way, this is at no expense. I mean, we will go to no expense right here to get name tags.
Thank you, Jalen. Yeah. Appreciate the name tags.
That's great. And the tape, too, by the way.
I know, the tape's free.
Yeah. Well, right now, the Lions trying to put this thing away. They lead it by 5. That timeout was called moments ago by Kings Academy. That'll be Kipfer able to get the point.
Hospitality was very nice. Concession stand was very nice tonight, ladies. And Nick's been nice to us. They actually spelled coach right, too.
Yeah, that's good.
That's better than what I spell it.
It was better than the name tag down in there before you got here.
Oh.
12-8, 4-point lead. See, I like that. The Lions didn't have any offense there, so they just made the return. Don't try to force it if you don't have to. Now, King's got to set something up here.
Oh,
hey,
my.
What a play at the net.
Was that Gable or Hathaway?
That looked like Gable.
Yeah.
See, but the Lions did it really nice that time. There was nothing there, return. Got it back, nothing there, return, and then let Kings Academy make the mistake. Williams back in. You see her right there in the middle of your screen.
You see where their lineup is? They're in rotation now.
Yes. That's going to be another service error. That's 19. It'll be 2 straight games we have done if Horizon ends up with 20-plus service errors. They lose to Crispus Attucks, may win this one tonight, leading it by 4. Kings Academy once again on the serve with the left hand and the point. That's Hathaway.
Yep.
Something about left-handers.
You left-handed?
No. I'm red-headed, but I'm not left-handed. There's only 2% of each left in the world.
Jerry Collins is left-handed.
There just aren't many of us left. See? Our producer, Nick, is left-handed. The smoothest swing in baseball is by a left-handed hitter. And the pitcher. Good return. How about that?
Fell asleep on him, didn't they?
Wow.
They put everything on this side, and Achenbach just found a hole.
You know, that comes down to just court awareness, too. You saw the hole. And if you had the opportunity to do it, but there is number 20 now for Horizon. You know, they might have swept this thing if they didn't have so many service errors.
I think you might be right. Though Kings has played well at times. I mean, game 1, they were outstanding.
Well, they didn't play that poorly in game 3
2
either.
Yep.
You know, they just, again, it was not able to set up any consistent offense. There's Williams on the push. And my thing is, if you have a chance to set, you got to get a hit off of it. And they've done so many sets that they just return it. See, just like this, really just a return. If they can get their offense rolling, I think Kings Academy is going to be pretty good. To the outside, just hitting the line. Good job there by Sevier.
They're not out of this thing.
Watch this. That's a great play.
That's a great play. Maybe by a ball length.
As they say, hit it where they ain't. Lions make the return. Kings Academy. Now here's a chance for an attack, and with the left hand, there's Sevier again. Sevier with a couple of kills tonight. Did a nice job finding that middle. That's where you find a lot of points in volleyball. That one clipping the net. Shelby. All of a sudden, here we go. at Nick giving us the super slow-mo.
I know.
2-point lead. Lions trying to get their momentum back, and Williams gets the point there.
High school football for you on Friday night. College football for you on Saturday afternoon. Check out our website, IndianaSRN.org. There's the games that we have for you on Friday night.
Well, the first one that you showed there, the A team will be on that one. I think they stopped play. They have a timeout at the scorer's desk.
We'll go back to those games for you. It's Bishop Shadard and Roncalli. Covenant Christian, Cecina. That game's at Roncalli. Guerin Catholic.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that's been a great game the last couple of years.
Well, they're ranked number 2, Guerin, now in the coaches poll. They think Heritage number 10.
Yep.
So you got
all these teams are. Memorial's ranked. Central is not. That's a pretty good ball game, though. Central's, and then
they're both ranked.
Those are
number 1, and Roncalli, I think, came in at number 10 in 4A. Chatard number 1 in 3A. So we have 4 games on Friday night. All the teams have at least one ranked team in it. That's amazing.
On the family of networks, IndianaSRN, where you are always in the game.
So after the brief timeout at the scorers table, I think everybody is correct in their rotation and their substitutions. Kings back on offense, making the return. So now the Lions can go back on offense. That's Williams. Quakenbush on the return.
Okay.
Where they're going to set this up, try to go to the middle. The left-hand push again by Sevier.
Sevier saw that. I mean, I think she saw that after the second rotation hit. She saw what they did. Look at her, creeping in right here. That's excellent.
Yep. And then Sevier coming back, and Sevier doing it again. All of a sudden, it's down to 1. Boy, that left-hand serve just handcuffing Alberto.
Sevier is a senior. You can tell the senior leadership.
Well, it looks like she's having fun, too.
Oh, yeah, she's having a blast.
I would be, too. This would be like throwing BBs at the hitters here. Just Lions unable to handle it up until Williams right there stopping the bleeding. Williams is exclusively on that left-hand side, and you can tell she feels pretty comfortable there. So the Lions, 1-point lead, trying to win it in 4. Trying to pick up their 6th win in their first 8 games. That's a collision between Sevier and Perry. Both players okay. How about the spin on that one by Covell?
Sevier, they almost collided heads. That was not pretty.
Well, it looks like there that Sevier kind of holding that left wrist. I don't know if she got hurt on that last play, but now a 2-point lead for the Lions. Quakenbush making the return. Hellman did a nice job. Jousted the net, won by Selke.
Selke waiting for her. Now it's a race to 5.
Take a look at this one. See, that just comes down both hands right there.
I stand corrected. It's 1916.
Yeah, but you're still +3. That's a good attack right there for Kings Academy. Nice play there by Sevier. Outside, cross court, nothing. Covell playing that outside left, and the middle, and the point, Renbarger.
Sevier keeps that in, and she is really favoring that wrist right now.
Happened on the collision just to our right about 3 plays ago. Great serve by Quakenbush. And unable to play it near the antenna is Faith Perry. Point will go to the Lions.
Boy, that was a great serve. That hit the tape. That's quick. Now it's race to 5.
Well, the advantage is for Horizon here. Again, you have just 5 to go. The Kings are going to have to rally here. Big change is Hathaway on that front row. They're getting bigger.
Some height.
Yeah, you have Selke and Hathaway in there at the same time. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
That is number 21.
That's all mental right there. You got to come out. You came off the bench.
Maybe you better come in and sometime put the little string across there. And into the lineup is Kai Stuckey. Stuckey will serve now. Second time she's been in the lineup tonight. That's going to be a violation. Yep, she stepped on the line. So the point will go to Horizon. Got to be very careful of that. Yep. Left foot. Lead back to 3. Side out Lions. Really nice serve and a play at the net by Gable. She might have gone a little bit too far on that one.
I think she might have went a little bit.
Looked like she was dunking it.
Yes. No call, though. There. Guess who's asking?
Yeah, that is Severe saying, didn't she?
Didn't she teardrop that one, ma'am?
It was Maya Gable right there at the net.
Now she's going to go ask the umpire, and they're going to have a nice little discussion why we do that.
Do you have a replay on that, Nick?
Let's do that one more. That's close. Oh, yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Good call. Good call. The umpire stepped up, did right. What's really good, Selke, Severe said, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
Come on. Lead at 2, side out, Kings Academy.
Okay.
Thank you, Nick. Nick did a good job on that.
Yeah, he did. We need to have him back next week.
Should. Are we back here next week?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are we back here anytime soon?
Soon.
Okay.
Soon. Yeah, we'll see Nick 5 or 6 times this year. Nick's a good guy.
Side out, Kings Academy. Can they rally down by 2? Here come the Lions. Cross court. There is Covell again. Boy, that's big to come back after losing that point. And watch this again. Great set to the outside. Good lift. Nice swing. And again, right in front of Quakenbush. He's playing back on it. 3 to go here for the Lions, and we've got another stoppage of play. I think that Kings Academy was asking if they had 1 timeout left, and they do.
Oh, my.
See, it's too quiet.
Yeah, you got to make some noise.
We're not playing golf here. You got to yell while they're serving.
Or clap.
Something.
Yeah.
That is now 22 service errors on Horizon Christian. Williams toward the net. Unable to play it is Achenbach. And guess what? We're down to 1.
And a timeout, Horizon.
Nothing decided yet. Will we go another set, or will Horizon win it in 4?
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hey, from warehousing to transportation and everything in between, we do it all. 3 services, 1 solution. It's Piper Logistics. Call them at 317-396-1023.
Ask for Greg.
And we are down to 1. Kings Academy trying to stretch it to 5. Oh, boy, the set was too wide on the near side for Shelby. That is now the 21st attack error on Kings Academy. And I think they're going to use a timeout right here. As you saw the replay moments ago, Horizon leads it by 2.
Let's look at our high school football schedule for you one more time on Friday night. It all begins Friday night at 7, kickoff at 7 o'clock, 6:30 Eastern at down in Evansville.
Central,
thank you. Like I said, Central. Covenant Christian taking on Cecina. That game is at Roncalli. Game number 2 for you. Guerin Catholic at Heritage Christian. Game number 3 for you is Evansville Central, Evansville Memorial. Memorial's on a roll. Game number 4 for you is Roncalli and Chittard. And on Saturday, a triple header college, Manchester, Franklin, and Rose Hallman all in action. Check out our website at IndianaSRN.org for all the information.
All out of the HCAC.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be fun, keeping up with them all year long. Side out here for Horizon. This will be Hathaway. Left-handed server, went deep middle. Good serve. Well, I tell you what, that's good hustle right there by Achenbach just to get it back.
Achenbach made a play there, too. Gable.
Oh. You had 5 players all converging on it at once. And now match point right here for Horizon.
Now it got noisy.
Yeah, that's what they want. Service error number 23. Still, though, we're at match point. Side out here for Shelby.
She just pushed this ball a little bit too strong.
Boy, no pressure here, is there?
Oh.
Lions, will they go to Williams outside? They do, and it got returned somehow by Perry. And then finding the open spot in the middle is Gable. So the Lions win it tonight, 18-25, 25-20, 25-23, 25-22. Horizon improving to 6-2 on the season. Kings Academy at 1-3, but there are times where Kings Academy played well. I think one thing we said earlier, if they can find a way to get on the attack on offense and not make so many returns, I think they'll be all right. On the other side, Horizon, they did better than what we had in the last game, but I think cut down some of those service errors. They'll be all right as well.
I'm very impressed with Kings. I think Kings are going to be okay. The conference schedule now is in swing here. Like we said before, they'll play in the same regional. This could be a matchup that we may have down the road in late October.
Well, no doubt about it is, again, I thought really tonight Grace Sevier played well and Renparger played well overall. You look on the other side, Covell had a great night. Selke had a great night. I think Williams, when she got going, she ended up with 6 kills on the night. Gable played well. I think overall you had a really, really good team effort there before the Lions, for sure.
The Lions now are have won their last 4 of the last 5 games, which is pretty impressive. So we'll go back to the drawing board. And, hey, thank you very much. Thanks to Nick. And I think the Kings Academy people love us.
Yeah, Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew's always the best. And he only had 2 hot dogs.
That's right.
We're out of here, I think.
And as Keith had mentioned a little bit ago, high school football Friday, college football Saturday. Check out the schedule on IndianaSRN.org. Thanks for being with us. This has been high school volleyball on IndianaSRN.
Hey, you should hire us to go with the Kings. We can do that.
backcourt.